He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Collects this at the 32. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's brought down for a loss. Tackle made there by the rookie from Arkansas.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Has his man, it's Mixon. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. Run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a run with Wright. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. This throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Connects with Johnson. This is ahead for about 5. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He has the first over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Throwing now, off play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Hand off, running left, right. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
On 2nd and 9. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's brought in by Mooney. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, here's Lamar. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. That one complete to Njoku. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 3rd down and 8. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Got him in. It's Njoku. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. Pushing for the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they play.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Buccaneers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's second and 7. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Second down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Sideline throw reeled in by Downs. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. And they'll pitch it out to him. Has some space inside the 15. Gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He loses the football. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
On 1st down, Jackson buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Offense up to the line fast. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Buccaneers pushing for a late spark before halftime. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Going right side, Mixon with it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Keeping it with Mixon. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pressure coming. It's Jackson. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Lamar now from the gun. Intercepted in the end zone. Max Melton with the INT.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's going deep this time. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Throwing off the play fake here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Good return here of 19 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. It's into the hands of Mooney. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Jackson to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Lamar throwing again. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Jackson now on 3rd. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Well, it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Mixon on the counter. He breaks the tackle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lamar off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they take him down right along the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a give for Wright. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 8. Sideline throw reeled in by Downs. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down. Here's a give inside to Wright. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He gets this one to Nacua. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He finds Johnson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. set of downs for him at the 38. Play action on first down. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Hauled in by Downs. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Throwing it again here. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
First down, here's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Lamar now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception?
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Tight end going in motion here. On first and 10, it's Jackson. That's incomplete left side.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Here's Lamar. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They go play fake with Jackson. Vacates quickly left side. Now he takes it. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Play fake, Jackson. That one's complete, right side. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Return starts from the goal line. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
This is Wright running left. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we... Third down, 1 yard to go. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. The tight end going in motion right. They go play action on first. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now off play action. Chased out to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Lamar off the play fake. Caught for big yards on the right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Play action now with Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. He takes it himself. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high. That's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And now they face second down. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Wheeled in by Njoku. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now trail by just a point in the fourth. David Njoku, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie this game 35 apiece. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They run it from the gun with Wright. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Catch is made down the right sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
He'll take the option to the right on 2nd down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 4th-quarter lead. That's up and through for the point after. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. We send a man in motion. First down throw for Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Play action. Here's Jackson. A crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Now Jackson off the play action. A bit of desperation on this deep shot, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Roger McCreary takes it away. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He rolls to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
at the 46-yard line.
From the 46. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings have likely locked up the win right there. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This pass caught by Nacua. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st down, here's Lamar. On the move, headed right. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And they pick him off again. Now he loses the ball. They got their own fumble. And the Buccaneers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So it'll be 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Taking a deep shot here. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 10. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge...
Hey, yo, fresh out the...